The Eye of the Beholder. A short retelling of the classic Twilight Zone episode.
You unlock this door.
Suspended in time and space for a moment, your introduction to Miss Janet Tyler, who lives in a very private world of darkness. A universe whose dimensions are the size, thickness, length of the swath of bandages that cover her face. In a moment we will go back into this room, and also in a moment we will look under those bandages. Keeping in mind, of course, that we are not to be surprised by what we see, because this isn't just a hospital, and this patient 307 is not just a woman. This happens to be the Twilight Zone, and Miss Janet Tyler, with you, is about to enter it.
Imagine waking up in a world where your appearance determines your worth, and where the state decides what beauty truly means. In this classic episode of The Twilight Zone, titled Eye of the Beholder, we follow Janet Tyler, a woman who has undergone her 11th and final state-sanctioned treatment to look normal. As the episode begins, we see Janet in a darkened hospital room, her entire head wrapped in bandages. Her face, described as a pitiful, twisted lump of flesh, is hidden from view. The nurses and doctor, lurking in the shadows, are tense as they await the results of this final procedure. Janet, unable to endure the agony of waiting any longer, pleads with the doctor to remove the bandages early. Reluctantly, he agrees. As the doctor begins to unwrap the bandages, the nurse expresses her unease about Janet's appearance. This prompts the doctor to question the very notion of judging someone based on their outer beauty. The nurse, fearful, warns him against such thoughts, as they are considered treasonous in their society. With the bandages finally removed, the doctor announces that the procedure has failed. Janet's face remains unchanged. But here's the twist. Janet is revealed to be a beautiful woman by contemporary standards. The true shock comes as we see the faces of the hospital staff. They possess monstrous features with drooping eyes, thick brows, sunken eyes, swollen lips, and pig-like nostrils. In this world, they are considered normal, and Janet is the one who is deemed ugly. Distraught and heartbroken by the failure of the procedure, Janet attempts to escape the hospital. Just then, a man named Walter Smith arrives. He, too, is considered attractive by contemporary standards. Walter is there to take Janet to a village where others like her live, away from the judgmental eyes of the state. He reassures her that while the society they live in finds her ugly, there are others who will see her true beauty. This episode of The Twilight Zone is a powerful commentary on societal standards of beauty and the arbitrary nature of such judgments. It challenges us to reconsider what we perceive as normal and to see the beauty in all forms.
Now the questions that come to mind. Where is this place and when is it? What kind of world where ugliness is the norm and beauty the deviation from that norm? You want an answer? The answer is it doesn't make any difference because the old saying happens to be true. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, in this year or 100 years hence. On this planet or wherever there is human life, perhaps out amongst the stars, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Lesson to be learned in the Twilight Zone.